Do you believe if you do negative things to people, negative things are going to happen to you? Like, I truly want to know, is this even real? How do you call it? You call it karma, right? Karma. Do you believe karma is real? Do you really think everybody that does bad things to other people, bad things end up happening to him? Or have you never seen somebody that's known to be a bad person, criminal, you know, that has lived a beautiful life for a long time and never really been brought to books? And somebody's going to talk about, oh, well, you know, karma, sometimes it's going to happen in heaven where you're going to be thrown in hell. No, not like that. Do you firmly believe that if you do bad things are going to happen to you? Or karma is just a form of people hoping that bad things happen to you? Because sometimes they don't. Well, this case is very interesting. We have a case here of Nicolas Sarkozy, this man right here, ex-president of France. He's going to jail. Why is he going to jail? Because he played Gaddafi. What's happening, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. Here we talk about the motherland, Africa. It's a pleasure to have you. Your first time, my name is Zack. We like you here. We want you to stay. Okay, please stay. Click on the button, subscribe so we can see each other every single day. We come back every day. Great stuff. Today we're talking about Africa. We're talking about Africa through this man right here, Sarkozy. Sarkozy is an ex-French president. He's going to jail. Well, Paris court has sentenced him to 5 years in prison after finding him guilty of criminal conspiracy in a case related to illegal financing of 2007 presidential campaign funded by Libya. So in easy English, this man right here, Sarkozy, was a French president, right? He went to Mohamed Gaddafi back in time to have a discussion. Well, Mohamed Gaddafi, president of this country here, Libya, was a great man for his people. You know, he wasn't democratic. There was no democracy or elections happening over there, but they were happy. I know it sounds odd and crazy to think that there are other systems that work that are not democratic. Well, in Libya, it worked because they had a beautiful life. They got money from the government for nothing. Okay, they got money every time the government sold oil or petrol because they have a lot of it. Whenever a man married a woman, they gave them $5,000. Imagine. Whenever they had a baby, they gave them an apartment for free. For every person that wanted to start agriculture, they gave him tools, a trainer, money, lands, go start. Mohamed Gaddafi, this man right here that people call dictator, brought in water in a country. I mean, look at Libya right here. Libya used to be very, very dry. There was no water, very hot. He did the biggest project of irrigation in the world, bringing water from the sea into the land. And he made the land arable, so the land could be cultivated, so the farmers could thrive. You imagine in a country where you can get help from the government. They give you a trainer, they give you lands, they give you money. Just start your farm. You don't have to pay us now. Whenever you feel like you want to pay, you can pay back. That was the Gaddafi's Libya. They call him dictator. In Libya back in time, if you fell sick, okay, and you have difficulties and you need to be treated, and for some reason you need to be treated in a different country because the country doesn't have the tools, the country will give you money and a family member to go with you, to accompany you on a trip, whether it's Switzerland, Japan, or whatever, for good treatment. And they will pay for everything.
I came here with my daughter for treatment. The Libyan government is supposedly paying for it. Why am I being treated so badly?
But they call him who? Dictator. Because he was threatening the West. Now, at that time, Mohamed Gaddafi's country was closed up. There was no business happening over there. You know, most of the countries are just markets. Did you know that? Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Congo, they're just markets. Yeah, you are markets. They like you because your market is open. If your market is closed to European businesses, they're going to treat you the same way they treat Cuba and North Korea. Did you know that? Yes, that's why Venezuela is going through the most, because Venezuela wants to work the goods that they have for the people of Venezuela. They're not open to the market of everybody else. Now, Gaddafi was also closed. They didn't have any McDonald's back then, or KFC. I know you know McDonald's and KFC. And this business did not have access to Libya. And back in time, they wanted to make war against him. And at a certain time, he relaxed. But then Sarkozy came into the country. When Sarkozy came in the country, he had a discussion with Sarkozy. Sarkozy said, I see you trying to open up. We can do a campaign for you. How about we speak positively about you? Okay, since everybody hates you, at least you have a bridge. I'm European and stuff. You African, even you look kind of light skinned, but you're still African. Now, I can talk for you. I can make the world see that you're a good person. The positive things about Libya. And you give me money. You just finance me so I can become the president. Back in time, Sarkozy was not president yet. He was just an employee of the government of France. He went to Libya, had a discussion with the Libyan president. That was not an official discussion. It was a discussion between him and the president of Libya. Gaddafi said, okay, I'm going to sponsor you. I'm going to give you some money so you can bring in positive things for my country. I want good things for my people anyway. Well, they sent him money numerous times. Approximately $50 million, sometimes in cash. He begged it. He went through election. He won the election. He became president of France. Guess what he did next? The very next thing he did, he organized himself with Obama to go and bomb Libya. Somebody helps you, okay? You come to his country poor. You're looking for opportunities. And he says, I'm going to help you. Even though you say you're going to open the market for me, you're going to make sure that everybody perceives me in a good light, even though he didn't need that. He only needed approbation from his people. And he had it. Sarkozy said, I'm going to do the work for you. I will help you. But sponsor me. He sponsored Sarkozy. Sarkozy went back to France, became president, and went with Obama and that other lady. They went and bombed Libya. They bombed Libya and they killed him like a dog in the street. They bombed Libya and killed him like a dog. Later on, his son came and said, President Sarkozy took money from my dad. Because, okay, obviously in France, it's forbidden. You can't take money from another country to sponsor like that, president like that, to sponsor your elections. There was cases of corruption. I mean, he trying to hide the money by buying houses and stuff like that. But it didn't work out because they traced the money. Okay.
Sarkozy must first give back the money he took from Libya to finance his electoral campaign. We funded it, and we have all the details and are ready to reveal everything. The first thing we want this clown to do is to give the money back to the Libyan people. He was given assistance so that he could help them, but he's disappointed us. Give us back our money. We have all the bank details and documents for the transfer operations, and we'll make everything public soon.
Sarkozy has been convicted of criminal conspiracy and sentenced for 5 years in jail. Imagine, a president is going to go to 5 years in jail and 100,000 euros in fine. 5 years in jail. How many times do you see African president going to jail for taking money or doing fraud or fraudulent activities? They don't do it. You know why they don't do it? Because the living president have a discussion with the coming president. He says, if you prosecute me, trust me, people coming behind you will prosecute you too. So they just look up. Yeah, it's crazy. In the meantime, it's Africans that are suffering. The president of France is going to jail for 5 years. Is this karma for you? I'm asking, is this karma? So the court has said that he must begin his jail term even if he appeals, because he says he is not, he didn't do anything. Everybody's coming after him. He didn't do nothing. The court say he must start jail even though he appeals. He can go appeal while being in jail. That's what it is for you.
Hatred truly knows no bounds. I will assume my responsibilities. I will comply with the court's summons. And if they absolutely want me to sleep in prison, I will sleep in prison, but with my head held high. I am innocent. This injustice is a scandal, and I will not apologize for something I did not do.
Et s'ils veulent absolument que je dorme en prison, je dormirai en prison. Mais la tête haute. Je suis innocent.
That's what it is for you, fellas. I mean, it's crazy. Does karma really exist? That's my question. And I know, tell me, how do you feel about that? I know Christians are here, but karma is not a Christian concept, okay? Just let me not burst your bubbles. Karma is a Hinduist concept. And I know a lot of you Christians don't like Hinduists because you think they're witch. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so if you're going to talk about karma, find another word. Don't say karma. Karma's going to hit you because you don't believe in that. Is karma real? Is this karma for Sarkozy? Let me talk about the president of Libya. He was a great man. He wanted to free Africa. Back in time, Africans used to make phone calls using cell phone. They were very expensive. Do you remember? Very, very expensive. When I think end of 1990s. Yeah, very, very expensive phone calls. From your room to the next door house, very expensive. Why? Because African calls were to be routed from your room to Europe satellite and back to your next room, your neighbor's house. Yes, from your room to European satellites to the neighbor's house. Imagine. So it was very expensive. Africans used to pay about $400 million for routing calls to European satellite. What did Gaddafi do? He asked everybody to come together with some money so Africans can buy the first telecommunication satellite. And African, because you crazy, you just, yeah, do you know how hard it is to bring black people together to put money for some cause? Do you know how difficult it is? It's a mission. I'm not teaching you this because you know it. It is a mission to bring black people together. Let's contribute money so we can pay for something. They were struggling to put $400 million together. Actually, they paid $400 million to the Europeans. But the satellite itself cost $500 million. Africans could not come together to put the money together. Because they always come with excuses. Yeah, my auntie broke a leg. I wanted to contribute, but why didn't you ask me yesterday? Isn't that the most current? And I'm sure even ladies know this. When you ask a man for money, oh, why didn't you tell me yesterday? You should have told me yesterday. That is an African problem. Do you see it in the Caribbean, in Haiti, in Trinidad and Tobago? Yes. We have the same demons in America. Rihanna even sang a song, I want my money. Don't act like you forgot. You know that song? Because it happens all across your communities, even in Africa. Africans should not come together to put the money so they can buy satellites. What did Gaddafi do? Gaddafi said, okay, I am paying $400 million for the satellites. You guys put together $100 million. That's when Africa got its first satellite, through Gaddafi. Gaddafi built the mosque, biggest mosque in Uganda, for the people of Islam to pray. Gaddafi did a lot of things. He paid money for some countries to free themselves. Libya was one of the countries that owed no money to World Bank. They hated that, and that was the reason why they went. Now, the final cause why they took him out is because he wanted Africans to have a brand new currency, a united currency based on gold. He said, who are the poor people? Are we the poor people or are they the poor people? We live in a world where people with the most riches are the people with gold, diamonds, uranium. But it looks like we got all that stuff. Now, how come we see on TV every time they want to come and help us? How are they helping us? When did the paper currency become the currency? When? How? How did that get value? It makes no sense, he said to the African people. How about we create what we're going to call the dinar? It's going to be a currency based on gold. So you have gold, you have money. You have no gold, you have no money. Let's see who's poor, who's rich. That was the breaking line. That was at that point that they say, you know what? No, we need to take this person out. Look at Obama saying he's killing his own people. You need to stop this man.
Gaddafi declared he would show no mercy to his own people. He compared them to rats and threatened to go door to door to inflict punishment. And as president, I refuse to wait for the images of slaughter and mass graves before taking action.
I mean, people are still suffering in Detroit. You don't care about those people. I mean, the project in America, you don't look after those people, but you want to go save Libyans that you had never met before. Sarkozy going to jail for 5 years. Does he deserve it? Number one. Number two, is this karma? Should we be all afraid of karma? It's just life. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. God bless.